Professor Hussein AlDeek, an expert in Israeli and American affairs, joins us from occupied Jerusalem. Welcome to Qnews, sir. Sir, how do you view Netanyahu's statements about agreeing to negotiate a ceasefire in Gaza, but only on his own terms?
A lot for you and for having me today, and thanks a lot for the invitation. Regarding the Netanyahu statement, before it, we are having that Netanyahu said that he accepted the military processes and operations to occupy Gaza Strip, and then after that he proposed the statement to have a negotiation for a ceasefire. Till now, we do not have any kind of action or real action to have a ceasefire in Gaza till next Sunday. This is a kind of differences in the speeches of Benjamin Netanyahu, because he's trying to own the time to have the people into his side and to try to have all the time to occupy Gaza Strip, and sending message to the US and the European countries and the Arab countries that Benjamin Netanyahu is trying to negotiate to have a ceasefire. But this is not the truth. The truth is that Netanyahu is trying to have the time to occupy Gaza Strip, and he is not serious at all to have a ceasefire in Gaza. And the reason behind this is that he will send the delegation to have negotiations upon his own terms. And this is a kind of facing the truth that it is impossible for him to accept the ceasefire during this period. And the most important thing we need to notice here, that he is having the authority to have the Gaza Strip and to force people to leave Gaza as soon as possible, and he's trying to so we are trying to have the time so that they can reach a ceasefire. So they are trying to release the hostages and to on the time to occupy Gaza Strip. These are the terms and that they are trying to apply, and they are trying to end the war in Gaza. But at the same time, Netanyahu is trying to own the time, and it's impossible for him to accept the ceasefire. So this is not the future for him, and this is not the future for Gaza Strip, and there is no action that will be taken to end the war in Gaza. So this is the truth regarding Benjamin Netanyahu's statement. He wants the continuation of the war in Gaza.
Does Netanyahu seek to delay a ceasefire in Gaza in order to implement his plan to occupy the Gaza Strip?
A kind of point of view, and actually 100% it might be the truth that he wants to delay the ceasefire in Gaza, because he's trying to have military operations in Gaza Strip, and he is taking steps and actual steps to take the Gaza Strip to apply his own agenda. And this is a kind of possibility for us that he is trying to delay even the good negotiations to occupy the Gaza Strip, and actually he is negotiating upon his own terms, and this is a kind of pressure on the parties.
Sir, what is your comment on the United Nations official declaration of famine spreading in the Gaza Strip, yet no action is taken until now?
This statement is a kind of so late to have a declaration for the famine in Gaza. Now it is too late, and there is no kind of action, as you said, that is taken to end the famine and the starvation in Gaza. And this shows us the truth that UN institutions and other international institutions, they are not trying to end the war in Gaza. They are not trying to help people who are suffering in Gaza Strip. So for that reason, UN or any other organization that is trying to deliver the aid, they are not having actual actions to help people who are suffering from the war.
Sir, will Israel annex exports of the West Bank in response to European countries' decisions to recognize the state of Palestine?
Yes, actually, this will happen so soon, and this is a kind of a statement on the agenda of Israeli occupation forces. They will set such a decision, and they will have other European countries that want to say that they will have the Palestinian state. And actually, the reaction of Palestinian or the Israeli occupation forces, we cannot expect the reaction, but as an option, I guess they will annex parts of the West Banks in response to the European countries' decision. And this is the plan. We are have this plan since 2017, and we are trying to expect what is coming after the negotiation. So this kind of agreement till now we are having the statement or recognizing the state of Palestine. Until now we are trying to having actions from the European countries to have it on reality. So we need actual action for this.
Is there any potential breakthrough in the coming days to end the war in Gaza?
From my point of view, after reading the whole scene and analyzing all the statements from Benjamin Netanyahu and from Washington and from Tel Aviv, actually, I think that it's impossible to have a negotiation to end the war in Gaza and or to have a permanent ceasefire in Gaza.
That was Professor Hussein AlDeek from Occupy Jerusalem, an expert in Israeli and American affairs. Thank you very much for joining us on Q News.